Hey friends, welcome back to Theme Park High Productions, back here at the Universal Orlando Resort. And if you can tell, I am not at Epic Universe. Back here just at the normal good old Universal Orlando. And today's vlog is going to be just kind of experiencing this park after visiting Epic Universe. I know Epic Universe, I absolutely love that park. Probably the best park I've ever experienced, but you know what? Let's go ahead and at least give the other two parks some love. And today we also got to check out some of the butterbeer offerings, as you know, doing a butterbeer season. And there's some updates as well in City Walk. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about here is that there's a new Super Nintendo World store. I'm not sure if this is like an Epic Universe store, if this is expansion to the current Universal Studio store we have here, but we have a new Super Nintendo World store. So we gotta go ahead and check this out. So walking on in here, this is pretty cool right here. So they pretty much have got some of the merchandise that you'd find, I think, from Super Nintendo World or from Epic Universe. You got a literal life-size Luigi doll here. That's pretty cool. And then we also have got, we got some theming actually from Super Nintendo World. They got a nice little bag over here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you've still got some of your typical Universal Studios merch over here. Like you've got your Pink Donut, your Minions, your Jurassic World dinosaurs. I almost feel like this is the expansion. But the one thing I do want to talk about over here is that now you can get butterbeer in City Walk. This is super cool. So, hey, say what's up. And yes, I was right. This is kind of an expansion to the current Universal Studio store, because as you can see, that is where you can go towards Universal Studios or like Voodoo Donuts, NBC Sports Grill and Brew. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I'll have to come back here later and get a butterbeer on the go. Today our journey starts off here at Universal Studios Florida, and I got the Harry Potter music. It's copyright. No. All right, first ride for today is gonna be VillainCon Minion Blast. Only a 5-minute standby queue. And it's right here, so it's a perfect one to start with. The one thing I will say about this ride in particular is that I wonder how it's gonna fare with once Epic Universe officially opens. Like, it opens in less than 10 days. So the question is, because you know in the end, they have you like blasting around Islands of Adventure, Universal, and Volcano Bay. I wonder if they'll add Epic Universe to the mix. Who knows? Unless it's just like the Northern Universal parks, who knows? Happy blasting! Oh darn, I was so close. I did not make the cut this time. Dang it! Although, how do you get like over 1 million? That's crazy. All right, only got 4 months left to ride the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, as it is retiring in September. So we're gonna go ahead and ride Rip Ride Rocket next. This one's always a good one. I'm gonna miss this ride once it does close. Just grabbed in a ride on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket in the back row. Listen, of course, I had to listen to Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song. Honestly, that probably is the best song in all of Rocket, but it really depends on your preference. But this ride was pretty good overall. Wasn't too rough, and the airtime, I like it more in the front personally because the airtime is stronger in the front. The back is the better pull down the drops, that will say. But yeah, no, I'll miss this one. I definitely, this summer, gotta come back and ride as many times as I can before it retires. Now I will say, in a way, the station area for Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket does make me think a lot of Stardust Racers in a way. It's almost like the same shape, if you guys can't tell, except this one's red. So in a way, I guess this could be considered the OG Stardust Racers, even though it's nowhere near as good as Stardust Racers is. All right, guys, I got the pass holder magnet that everyone's been talking about. Here it is right here. This is from Jaws. This is the pass holder magnet. It looks really, really good. I guess this is kind of like their summer pass holder magnet in a way. And then I also got a pass holder pin here. This is the Cosmos here, or Stardust Racers. And if I flip it over, here's what it says. Remember when we used to duel on Blizzrock and Pyrock? Those days were so cool. Blinding speed, twists and turns. The dust has settled. Dueling has returned. So in that way, they're saying the dueling coaster concept is back. Now, I was not really old enough to experience Dueling Dragons when they like fully dueled, or when it was Dueling Dragons. I first rode it back when I was 9 years old in 2011, and they had just stopped the dueling. I was like a week or two short. So, but I heard like from my dad, like we went to Epic Universe together, and we both rode Stardust Racers, but both sides are working. I know some people have, when they've got it's only been running one side, but I got to do both sides, and even my dad, he told me that Stardust kills Dueling Dragons any day. So I could safely say I've been on the superior dueling coaster. And yes, I've been on Dragon Challenge or Dueling Dragons, just not when they were dueling. Man, I am loving these low crowds today. Only a 20-minute standby for Revenge of the Mummy. So you know what? We got grabbing a ride. Just finished up with Revenge of the Mummy, and it's still a great indoor coaster to this day. I don't care that Guardians is the best indoor coaster of all time. This one's still a classic. Got a whole dance party over here with the Blues Brothers. No way! That is so cool. Now I can kind of see why they're going all out with Jaws here. So they have a whole bunch of stuff here, and then they have this here. This is from the original ride that used to be over at Diagon Alley back in the day. Closed in 2012. Jaws was one of my favorite rides growing up as a kid. And then this was from the original attraction too, but they relocated it to San Francisco once Jaws did permanently close. But I just realized that they have all this stuff here because it is the 50th anniversary of when the original Jaws came out. So yeah, the original Jaws movie debuted back in 1975, and it is known as the original summer blockbuster. And I would still say that it is one of the best movies of all time. Like, that's a movie that I can quote word for word. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Feels so weird. I'm walking into Diagon Alley after experiencing Wizarding World Harry Potter Ministry of Magic at Epic Universe. Walking in here is just not gonna be the same. Like, I feel like this is overall the better entrance experience, but yeah, you're just literally walking through right here. Like, this is pretty mind-blowing, but, and yes, this is still just as iconic as ever, but it just does not hit the same after walking into Ministry of Magic. And Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, only a 25-minute standby queue, so that's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and grab a ride on Escape from Gringotts and compare it to Battle at the Ministry. I just rode Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, waited about 15-20 in single rider, and overall, after riding Battle at the Ministry, this ride's nothing. This and Forbidden Journey, they're nothing. Well, Forbidden Journey later, we'll ride that. Hopefully later for Forgotten Islands. I'll compare that to Mosses Unchained, but yeah, I mean, Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts is cool, but some of the effects were not working this time. Like, towards the end, there's like the whole like scene we're going through, like the fog and stuff. That part's so cool, but it wasn't working. And then some of the wire effects weren't working either. So yeah, not the best run on Escape from Gringotts, but still a quality ride. Still one of the best rides in Universal Orlando in my opinion, but it just does not compare to Harry Potter: The Battle at the Ministry. I'm sorry, that's probably the best Harry Potter ride in all of Universal Orlando. Yes, even better than Hagrid's. All right, first butterbeer item for today is gonna be a butterbeer ice cream. Haven't gotten this in a long time. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. All right, so I just tried the butterbeer ice cream. This is delicious. I mean, I've had this before, but I haven't eaten it in such a long time. It brings back a lot of great memories. Perfect for a hot sunny day. Give this a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend it. I will say, it is raining now. Welcome back to rainy season, y'all. It is now downpouring. We gotta go save a galaxy on Men in Black Alien Attack in the rain. This crazy 90s music. Let's do it. All right, Men in Black Alien Attack overall, good run. It's now raining right now. It was pouring a bit, but it's nothing too bad. But comparing this to Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, I think this one's definitely more re-rideable because of how different the ride is. But Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, overall is a superior ride just because of the AR technology. Like, to me, that is just so cool. Say hello to the vlog. But yeah, overall, not bad. Now, I just realized something, is that in a way, this is almost like Isle of Berk. Even though it's not Isle of Berk, it's Shrek Swamp. But still, I mean, it's got that shape. It's got the shape, I'd say. Yeah, there's literally nobody here over in DreamWorks Land. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of like Isle of Berk. One thing that they just added that's new here is the UAP and Universal Team Member exclusive store, which is a store exclusively just for annual pass holders, and if you're a Universal Team Member, they have exclusive merch over here just for you. This is where they normally have the tribute stores for Mardi Gras and during the summer. Not exactly sure what tribute stores they have this summer, but hey, only time will tell. Let's go ahead and check this out. So walking in over here, you see we've got Love These Universal. It's really cool right here. We got some mugs, some shot glasses. Really like these. These are really, really cool. And you got Earl the Squirrel. Yeah, we love Earl the Squirrel. And they got some more Harry Potter merch. They got some stockings over here. Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. Got lots of Harry Potter merch over here. And then we walk into this room over here. This room is, oh, it's got some Marvel stuff. You got the Avengers. That's funny. And then you got Jurassic World. What's funny about this is I think this is Disney brand. That's really funny. You got Jurassic World right over here. You got Owen Grady. And then you've got, I think that's more Harry Potter stuff. They do have a new Jurassic World movie coming out. And then you've got Shrek merch. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Oh, that's great. What the Shrek. That's perfect. If I was in 6th grade, man, I'd be buying that in an instant. And then this is the checkout room right over here. And it's just same old stuff. We got Minions, we got everything over here. Yeah, this is pretty cool stuff over here overall. And of course you got Jimmy Fallon. It's a bubble wand. Yeah, not a bad tribute store. All right, finished up at Universal Studios Florida. Let's head over to Universal's Islands of Adventure to see what's going on over there. All right, guys, we're here at Islands of Adventure, or as I would always call this now, the Epic Universe of the 1990s. Because back in the 90s, this park had the same hype that Epic Universe has today, but except different timing. And Islands of Adventure, even though Epic Universe is my favorite park in Orlando, Islands of Adventure still remains one of my favorite parks of all time. All right, Hulk's testing from a weather delay, which is good news, but Velocicoaster has a 55-minute standby. Earlier it was down and it was in a 90-minute queue. I think they were only running 2 trains. Velocicoaster came up to 4. I think they're only running 3 right now, but still, 55 is not bad for Velocicoaster, so we gotta get right over to Velocicoaster because it's another roller coaster that's very comparable to Stardust Racers over at Epic Universe, except this one doesn't duel. And the difference is Stardust Racers is a mock roller coaster. Stardust Racers is built by Intamin. And so, yeah, you kind of have a bit of a difference there between like airtime, intensity, all that stuff. I do have a preference on which one I do prefer. I have been on Velocicoaster since I rode Stardust. If you guys haven't seen my Instagram reel, but I'm gonna take you guys on with me this time. Okay guys, 55-minute standby queue. Not the worst, but not the best. Considering it was running at half capacity earlier. I mean, 55 is not bad, so I can do this. Okay guys, I just got off of Velocicoaster. I ended up waiting an hour for this ride. And you can see right here. Yeah, this thing is incredible. But the question is, Stardust or Velocicoaster? And if you guys know me for a while, this coaster's been my number one for so long. But guys, I still prefer Velocicoaster. And look, I love Stardust Racers. Don't get me wrong, Stardust Racers is phenomenal. I love having the dueling coaster back home again. But this is just such a quality roller coaster. Like, it's so good, so much airtime. It's more intense than Stardust in my opinion. For Velocicoaster, I know a lot of people prefer Stardust, but my opinion's different, I'm sorry. Now we're in Hogsmeade. I know for butterbeer season, they do have some sort of like butterbeer candy. If we go in here, I think they might have it somewhere in Honeydukes. Not exactly sure where, but it's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, look at all this candy though, it looks so good. But what I do know is that they do have butterbeer fudge, which I've had many times. I had it in California 4 years ago, and yeah, it's really, really, really good. Well, that's kind of long right now. My phone's getting low, and I do want to get on some more rides, but they do have the butterbeer fudge here. And I'm a little deceived by the whole Butterbeer Festival offerings. I thought it would be like a food festival, kind of like, you know, Mardi Gras or, you know, Seven Seas Food Festival, Food and Wine, Festival of the Arts, Flower and Garden, all the festivals. I was thinking it would be something like that. You're welcome. You're welcome. I was thinking it would be something like that, but it's mainly just butterbeer offerings, honestly. Just the typical butterbeer offerings. I was thinking it would be more, but hey, you know what? Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with the butterbeer. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and experience Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. It does have a 30-minute standby queue, but I do definitely have noticed that Single Rider has been down lately. They haven't been using Single Rider for Forbidden Journey, so I might have to wait 30 minutes. But if we do, this line does move really fast, which is good. So let's go ahead and grab a ride on Forbidden Journey. I know there's another ride as well that I would like to compare with one of Epic's rides, which is Hagrid's, comparing it to Hiccup Swing Gliders. But it's like a 90-minute queue right now, so I'm like, no. But between the two, I do prefer Hagrid's though over Hiccup Swing Gliders. Hiccups is really good, don't get me wrong. Hagrid's just takes the cake, I'm sorry. Just rode Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and look, I love Forbidden Journey, but after riding Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment, this ride is nothing. Like, it's still fantastic, don't get me wrong, it's still one of my favorite rides of all time, but after riding Monsters Unchained just takes all of that technology for Forbidden Journey to the next level. Look how empty it is in Marvel Superhero Island. This is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's nice to have the skies finally out, no more clouds in sight. Now it is delayed right now, but this was kind of about the mystery of the 1990s, the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, because back in the day, there was no rides that were built like this. And when this ride opened, everyone was losing their minds. They were freaking out over it. Yeah, that's the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. And while this ride isn't really comparable to anything at Epic Universe, it is here and it is pretty revolutionary, but the ride is down right now, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next adventure. This is a little weird. Doctor Doom's Fearfall is a 35-minute standby, which isn't bad, but normally this one's usually a walk-on, so it might only be operating half the ride right now. But yeah, this is kind of a comparable flat ride to something like Dragon Racer Rally at Epic Universe. Thankfully, this one does have single rider, so we can use single rider queue for this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in line for Doctor Doom's Fearfall. Alright, Doctor Doom's Fearfall is pretty good. I do prefer that over Dragon Racer Rally. Now, we're about to go ride our final ride for today, the Incredible Hulk Coaster, which was the most iconic coaster in Islands of Adventure when it opened in 1999. And just like how now Stardust is arguably the most iconic coaster at Epic Universe. There goes the Hulk right there, just completely hauling through its layout. We're grabbing a ride. I think it has a 35-minute standby, so it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and do it. I just grabbed in a ride on the Incredible Hulk coaster, and yeah, it's running really, really good. Only waited about maybe 10-15 minutes in single rider queue, so not bad at all. But yeah, Hulk. I still argue this is the best B&M looper of all time, like over rides like Kumba, Montu, like those B&M loopers. And you know what they say, after a long day in the parks, the adventure lives on. So that is going to conclude today's video here at Universal Orlando. Overall, very fun day here. Crowds weren't too bad today. Got to go on some rides and get to see some park updates, and got to try out a butterbeer ice cream, which I had not had in quite a long time. But yeah, it's nice. You know what? Like, even after visiting the big, all-new Epic Universe theme park, it's always nice to come here to the two original parks, Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. And Look, I love Epic Universe, still my favorite park in Orlando, but these two are still enjoyable. Like, it does not put these parks to shame. And so without further ado, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more videos in the future if you enjoyed this one. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you know when I upload a new video. And as always, don't forget to check out Theme Park Guy Productions on all social media platforms. Linktree will be in the description below. See you guys next time, and as always, you are clear for dispatch.